Hi guys, so today we have Dr. Goyal again back with us and we're going to be talking about if makeup really harms your skin and everything. So let's get started. So I apply makeup on a very daily basis. So I wanted to know, and everybody else wants to know, that does makeup really harm your skin?
Not at all, Samida. Makeup does not harm the skin, and this assurance comes from a dermatologist.
Okay, that's really cool now. So now that the makeup is not harmful, so do you think that there is any way of applying it or preparing your skin for makeup?
That's a very good question, Samita. Yes, there is. See, makeup is like a layer of oil-based products which you use on your skin. So obviously you have choked the skin, you have suffocated the skin.
Okay.
Skin needs to breathe. So when you use makeup, the first thing is that you need to prepare your skin well. And what do I mean by that is that your skin must be hydrated. You are a makeup enthusiast, so you know that you have to use a primer.
Oh yeah, that's...
So the first thing between the makeup and your skin should be a primer in between. You can use a moisturizer, a good moisturizer which is not sticky. So that prepares the skin. Then you go ahead with your makeup. Now, you know, for you're facing camera all the time, so you have to touch up your makeup also in between.
Yeah, it's heavy makeup.
Absolutely. So by the end of it, you have almost 1 millimeter thick layer. Not a problem with that, but end of the day, you have to cleanse the skin and you have to remove the makeup.
So coming back to that, I'm sorry to cut you. Coming back to that, what do you think is the ideal way of removing makeup? You know, that's another very important thing.
Yes. Now there are a lot of, if you go to a makeup shelf, there are a lot of makeup removers. But essentially most of them are micellar water.
Okay.
A scientific term. What it means is that it's a oil with a water mixture.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you use that, or you can even use a light oil like a baby oil,
Okay.
put it on a dry cotton and wipe it off. The mistake which a lot of people do is they think that a normal cleanser or a face wash can get your makeup off. It cannot.
Yeah.
You'll harm your skin, you'll go on rubbing and you'll remove all the moisture. So first you need to remove the makeup. Of course, the makeup remover wipes or the makeup removers, they leave a little layer of oil. You must have seen that,
that's,
right? So the next step is that you cleanse the skin. So there are two-step skin preparation. One is the makeup remover, which is usually an oil-based product which we use, and second is you have to use a cleanser to further remove the oiliness and the impurities from the skin.
That's how you do it. So the next thing that I wanted to ask you, that we all love lipsticks, and I've often heard this from people that the lips get dark. Is that true?
Yes, as growing up, as a girl, when I was a kid, I was told by my mom, don't use lipstick, your lips will become dark.
Yes, exactly.
And when I became a dermatologist, and when I went through the statistics, of dark lips, we saw that it is guys who have more darker lips than girls.
That is so true.
So we can rule out lipstick as a culprit here, right?
Okay.
So now coming to the dark lips, yes, see, as Indians, we are prone to pigmentation, and our lips they don't have a superficial protective keratin layer. So they are more prone to getting darker as compared to other parts of the skin, face, body. So yes, the lips can get darker. It's not really lipstick, but you must use always, see, if you have those matte lipsticks, they have a lot of, contents like lead, arsenic, and they tend to dry your lips.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so the wrinkles also show a lot. So preferably use something which contains a moisturizer.
Okay, so you talk about lip balms or something like
absolutely, or you can have gloss lipsticks which you can wear, something which contains shea butter or some moisturizing ingredients.
Some hydrating
absolutely, but it is not going to lead to pigmentation. It can make your lips dry, so they can look darker. And when you remove the lipstick, like I see you wear more of matte shades because I think they stay longer, right?
Stay longer.
You need less touch-ups for that. So when you do something like this, you have to remove it again with the oil-based cleanser and put a good nourishing lip balm.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, always sleep with that on your lips.
That's really insights. So I also wanted to know what can be the adverse effects if you actually don't take care of your skin and you put makeup.
And don't remove makeup.
Yeah, don't remove makeup.
So that's a call for disaster. We always say that, use makeup, not a problem, but remove it. And it has to be done every single time you put, whether you are extending the makeup for 5 hours or 10 hours, but you have to remove the makeup. What happens if you don't is that you have choked the skin and the skin will die. not die literally. What will happen with the skin is that skin becomes actually dehydrated. You start getting breakouts. You can even have an allergy. Your skin will look very dull when you remove the makeup, and then you get into this breakdown and constant cycle of trying to cover up the bad skin with the makeup. So friends, makeup is not to cover a bad skin. You use makeup to enhance your features, to enhance your confidence, but yes, you have to treat your skin, you have to do treatments accordingly for your skin.
So last but not the least, the basic thing that I wanted to ask, what is permanent makeup? I've heard a lot about it.
Right. So the word permanent is that it stays for a couple of years.
Okay.
We definitely need a touch up.
Okay.
It's not like it will stay for next 10 to 20 years.
Yeah.
Right. Now the permanent makeup is nothing but you have a tattoo coming up? Yeah, so this is for me a permanent makeup. It is just that you put a dark color on your arm. Now the same, if you would put a black color on your eyebrows or your eyeliner, then that's a permanent makeup. So this can be done with various pigments, like you can have pinks, browns, magenta, red on your lip.
Cool,
yeah, people go on to do the cheeks also, but then see, you don't want to get up with a cheeky face. So in general, permanent makeup is nothing but tattooing. It stays for 2 to 3 years. The pigment will fade away with time. It doesn't, the fact that it said permanent is because it stays for a couple of years. You need a touch up, and yes, it's a good idea to do, especially a lot of our patients, you must have heard of microblading.
So I have seen people doing it around.
Right, so the difference in permanent makeup and microblading is that permanent makeup, you can either use a manual blade or you can use an electric machine with the vibration machine to put the pigment in. And with the microblading, we use a handheld blade, which is a mechanical thing. The idea in either of the techniques is to put the pigment wherever you need. So obviously when you do brows, either you have a choice of doing something daily morning, like touching up with a pencil, or you can get a permanent makeup done. So what we advise is for brows, yes, because it's very handy. For eyeliner also, imagine having a liner.
Yeah, like everything you get up with it.
Absolutely. But then lipstick, you are stuck with the color.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
then again, as you mentioned earlier, for dark lips, one of the treatments is get a tattooing done. Get a neutral shade done, then you can always top it up.
That's cool. So thank you, Dr. Goyal, and I'm sure this was a very beneficial video. And if anything you want to ask, you can comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and that's it.